My untold facts. In my talks, daily I try to bring out something new. Today too, I'll talk about some peculiar incident in my life. Maybe if you listen, then definitely you will be able to learn something new because a lot of things we learn from others' experience. So here I start. In the year of 2000, being completely bedridden for around 6 months out of my physical inabilities, a lot of odd thoughts came in my mind. But my parents were my strong support. In the year 1999, I had an accident in which I had a serious brain injury. After the injury, I went on coma for the next 17 days. And when I recovered from coma, then I was diagnosed to have left limb hemiparesis. Along with my left limb hemiparesis, I also had severe memory loss. As even after having such a dangerous accident too, today I am alive. So I thought of sharing some of my experiences. Now, let me say something about my accident. In the year 1999, I was doing my third semester of optometry course at the famous Elite School of Optometry, Chennai. During that time, one night to make a phone call to my home, I went out by taking the scooter of my friend, but I didn't wear helmet during that time. I was riding the scooter alone, and with me I didn't carry any identity card. Next day, when I was absent in my college, then my college authorities started to trace my whereabouts. My friends then inquired in all the nearby police stations, and in one police station, they got to know that one on the previous midnight, the police got a blood-ridden body lying senseless on the road, which which they shifted to the government hospital, which was located nearby. Then then my friends went to the hospital to check, and it was, it seems I was left lying on the floor of the civil hospital there. I was left like that because the body was unidentified and the treatment of such critical case was not possible in the government hospital. So I was kept unattended. Then my institutional chief promptly came there and then shifted me to the Apollo Specialty Hospital, Chennai. My treatment started 6 to 7 hours after my accident. There, there I was in coma for 17 days. For 2 months, I got treated in the Apollo Hospital, Chennai. Then I was discharged from the Apollo Hospital, Chennai. After which, I was brought back to Gwalpur, Assam. After my return, those days were very much horrifying days for me because due to my injuries, along with my severe memory loss, I had severe physical disabilities. Also, I failed to connect the happenings around me. After recovering from coma, I could recognize only my parents, and to me, all other things appeared to me as if I was dreaming. Believe me, everything appeared like hallucinations for me. Later, I was told that the doctor at the time gave only 10% chance of my survival. After about 2 months, somehow I could establish the truth that I had an accident. But due to my hemorrhages, I couldn't do anything myself. From my lying position to I couldn't even sit on the bed myself, and walking myself was an impossible task for me. Slowly, my memories started to revive, and my parents used to tell me lots about my past things. And I too used to ask a lot of things to my parents. I was told that my I was told that up to my plus two, I did my schooling in Sainik School, Gwalpara, Assam. So I was too much sad because during my school days, I used to play, I used to jump, I used to fight, and I used to dance, and I used to do all sorts of activities. But now I couldn't even walk. Believe me, I even forgot to write the alphabets properly. So in order to recollect, what I used to do is I used to read a lot of newspapers daily, and also I used to practice writing. Gradually, my memories started to revive. My initial physical developments were quite slow. One day, I asked my father to make parallel bars by tying two long bamboos parallel to each other on the ground. What I used to do is daily morning, I used to ask my father to hold me and leave me up to those bars, and the entire day I used to walk by holding those two bamboos. After about 2 or 3 months, I got some strength of my left limbs. So now I asked my father to make a walking stick for me. And using that walking stick, I started to walk. Of course, always my mother was there on my side. By now, I could build enough of my self determinations that that one day I will definitely walk without walking stick. Daily morning, I used to go for walk with my walking stick, and I used to walk for around 2 or 3 kilometers. I had an Here I want to mention that I had an old bicycle, and so in order to practice cycling, my father tied that cycle in such a way that I could do cycling remaining at one place itself. So, due to my continuous practice of my cycling, walking, reading, and writing activities, within around 1 year, I could recover much of my daily activities. But many a times outside my home, while walking in the morning, I used to cry because of my physical disabilities. But I never give up. Next, now the next thing is next after practicing cycling for around 6 months. Next, I asked my father to untie the bicycle. Then I started ride, uh, riding bicycle for several kilometers daily. Definitely, initially I couldn't keep the balance, but gradually I could do cycling myself. In my whole process, I never gave up. Then I decided to go back to Chennai to do my leftover studies. But a lot of my friends and a lot of my friends and a lot of people, they say that means for my physical disabilities I'll not be able to do my course and all sorts of things. But I didn't give up. But I said no, I'll go back to Chennai and complete my leftover studies. So with the help of God and my with my full self confidence, I went back to Chennai and did my course and completed my course. Then I came back here and now I'm working as an optometrist in Sri Sankadev Netralaya, Guwahati. So from my whole talk, what I- what I want to say is your self confidence is the main thing on which you should always remain dependent. And and if you practice, then nothing can stop you. So that much only today I wanted to share with you. Please like and share if you if you have liked. Okay, thank you.